This week on the Movie Rebrew, Ben and Josh schnick all over the screen.
I got adamantium on me, and it's not coming off. I must be Wolverine, and I must be in another movie.
Another
Wolverine.
one.
It's called The Wolverine, and we saw it this week.
Another one.
Another one with Hugh Jackman.
It's the Movie Rebrew. Hey! Welcome to episode 110.
110.
Of the Movie Rebrew.
That's my favorite number.
My name is Josh Spicer.
And I'm Ben Harold. Welcome to the show, yet again. This week, we saw a movie.
Yep.
Now we're going to talk about it. But first, how are you?
I'm great, Ben. How
That's
are
good.
you?
I'm great, too.
How are you?
Are
Are you well today? Okay, thanks.
I think they're good. Nod if you agree with me. Something that you guys might want to check out. Both of us are kind of avid horror fans, but I'm more of a fan of classic horror, B-movie horror, so to speak.
I like it all.
And what I'm trying to get at is that August 3rd and August 4th at the Blackfoot Hotel on Blackfoot Trail, there is the Calgary Horror Con, which is short for convention.
Biz Cash Fry.
I heard that a lot of the cast from the original Night of the Living Dead is going to be there. Or no, is it the remake? It doesn't matter. Candyman is going to be here.
Of course. He's always at those things, which is awesome.
So, I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews about this thing, but who cares? I think it's either the 3rd or the 4th annual one. Go check it out if you're a fan. You might find something you like there.
We're being informative for you in Calgary and stuff to do with movies. Now, let's talk about a movie.
Which one?
I don't know. I think there's a trailer playing over top of us right now.
What's it called?
The Wolverine!
You have struggled long enough. I can end your eternity. Make you mortal.
Okay, this week we saw The Wolverine. We're bringing back the Chug-a-thon full tilt styles.
Mm-hmm.
Full tilt.
Cheers. It's enough for me.
How did we ever do that?
With steam whistles, too.
That hurts.
I know it does. It's called getting old. You'll get it one day, camera.
No, audience.
Audience, we went and saw The Wolverine, if you hadn't guessed already this week.
Schnickty-schnicked.
Schnickty-schnick. This is the second solo Wolverine movie from the X-Men franchise, which is owned by Fox, which means...
And Hugh Jackman's 8th time playing it in a movie.
If it's owned by Fox, or anything else that isn't Marvel Studios, chances are it's not going to be as good as movies produced by Marvel Studios. It's just a known fact, especially after all the Iron Mans, and the Avengers, and every other movie that came out under the Marvel Studios label. They just aren't good. And the reason for that, well, what is the reason for that?
Because they suck.
No. The reason for that is because they don't have writers involved.
That are involved in the comics.
That are involved in the comic world. So the story kind of gets fucked up. But this Wolverine movie, if you're a fan of Wolverine comic books, this is the first Wolverine movie that is probably most true to a story that actually exists in the comic book world. The one written by Chris Claremont and Frank Miller. It was the first story that showed Wolverine go to Japan, and in this movie, Wolverine's going to Japan. What the fuck are you looking at?
I'm just looking around.
Yeah? At stuff?
No lighting and all
Did
that.
you know what I said? What did I say?
He went to Japan. I know this because I watched the piece of shit movie with you, and I hated it.
Josh didn't like it. How come?
It dragged on. It was definitely trying to make up for all the faults that Origins, the Wolverine, fucking had.
Origins was really bad, though.
It was bad. There was a ton bad with it, and they fixed the special effects stuff that was wrong with the first one, but then they took out all the action, pretty much, that was in the first one. The only, the only redeeming quality to the first one was the over amount of action and stuff like that. Even though it was terrible, and there was no physics involved or anything like that, it was just whatever. This one was more story-driven. I liked the backstory, and that was about it. The rest of it, the first act was terrible. There was no reason for it, and he's just like, okay, come with me, she was like, come with me, and he's like, well, I don't fucking want to, and then, okay, whatever, I'll go with you. And that was the first act to the second act, and yeah. I don't know, it dragged on. I thought I would like the whole in Japan thing a lot more than I did, because it was a cool storyline, and it just really, there was no real bad guys, because this is more telling a story of Wolverine, but I didn't feel like...
But that was part of the reason why
they did it, but...
The first Wolverine movie was so bad is because they had
so many other characters. But with those characters, you know them, and you feel like he would actually have a struggle against those characters. All these guys are just civilian gangsters, and they're kicking his ass way more than anyone did. Yeah, Yakuza, who fucking cares? They're just still guys with guns and training, whatever. But he's... fucking... I hated this movie.
Okay, rate it then.
1 bottle.
That's worse than what he gave the Origins.
Yeah, but I'm changing my rating system for inflation.
It was the same price back then.
No, I'm saying for inflation of...
Ticket price was...
Beer.
Okay.
Because beer went up in price.
I don't understand why you hate this movie so much. I thought it was decent. I don't think it was good or great in any way. I thought it was a better Wolverine
I wanted to leave.
Okay. But I thought it was a better Wolverine.
But my eyes hurt. I don't know. It could have just been the screen and stuff. Like the 3D.
Well, the 3D rendering was crap.
It really wasn't needed.
It really wasn't needed. And movies that are rendered... Everyone knows that movies that are rendered 3D and not filmed specifically for 3D purposes just aren't that good. I thought it was the Wolverine movie that should have been filmed in the first place. I thought Origins was a huge mess, a huge mistake. They were, like, the whole purpose of Origins was that they were going to take every main character from the X-Men movie and make an origin movie out of it. They were going to make a Magneto movie, but that didn't happen because Wolverine was so lowly receptive.
They were supposed to make it in 2011.
Yeah. So it was a big mistake, and I don't understand really... I mean, so what? It was a mistake. Move on from it. I don't understand the purpose of this movie. They're trying to link this to
the next X-Men movie.
I mean, like, it's a movie that takes place after X-Men 3, but ever since X-Men First Class, they're trying to get that ball rolling again with the X-Men franchise, which is fine. I just don't understand the purpose of this movie, only to save face for X-Men Origins, and it's totally fueled by Hugh Jackman. I mean, like, who else exists in this movie? It doesn't matter.
You don't know anyone else in this movie. Like,
yeah, the characters. I mean, if you're a comic fan, the characters are comic book characters. There are no made up characters in this. No, it's all exists either in the Marvel universe or
Viper.
Well, Viper's an actual character.
I know, but
but I don't know. I give it right in the middle. 3 bottles. I wasn't really entertained a lot by it. There were no parts that I went, oh wow, that was really cool, or wow, that was really...
There were some funny parts.
Yeah, the comedic bit is okay, but...
It's needed with his character.
It doesn't make up the entire movie, no.
Yeah, he's so dry the whole time. I'm badass. I take my shirt off a lot, and I...
Yeah, because if we didn't have a a really bad movie in the first place to compare it to, we could have said like, well, that was
there we go. Yeah,
that was fine. But
it
since we
wasn't.
have something so bad to compare it to, it's like obviously it's better than that one.
Yeah, but I rated it worse. But I'm not even gonna justify it. Fuck whatever. Just one more.
Press that?
Yeah. Thank you
Did you?
for watching our show that is on the interwebs on therebrew.com. Oh, recommendation time, Ben.
Me first.
And the Gimme Gimmes.
I'm gonna recommend.
Hey, you want to try
try what?
another chug?
Sure.
No, a full tilt.
Are you going full tilt tonight?
No, I have only this much left, so...
I have like a second one.
Well, drink your beers, Ben. I am. Uh-oh.
Why are you so saucy today? I'm gonna recommend a movie called Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
It didn't even...
It's about a tinker, a tailor, a soldier, and a spy.
Oh!
And stars Gary Oldman. It's really, really well done. Based on a book, I think. And I'm recommending it because the blonde. You know, the blonde. In
Viper!
Wolverine movie, she plays Viper as the bad guy. Not so good in Wolverine, but she was pretty good as a secondary character in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
I haven't seen the movie he recommended.
We talk in real life.
What a coincidence. We're not just on the show together, we actually talk. I'm going to recommend... Wait, I'm going to get a beer first. I'm going to recommend Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close.
Like my farts.
Yeah, they're fucking ridiculous. I don't know why. I just really love the movie. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen it because it won some awards and all that stuff, but...
It's a great movie.
It was a great movie.
It's a great book.
Yeah, he read the book, but he hasn't seen the movie, and I haven't seen...
I've heard mixed things about the movie, but if it's anything like the book, I loved the book, so...
I loved it. It made me tear up.
I go to Costco and I pick them up, I'm like, see you later!
Okay, we'll see you next time! On the Movie Rebrew.